What's up and welcome back to the channel. The name is Ninja Knight. Make sure you like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out my Patreon link down below. Thank you. So here I have Backstreet Boys member Brian Littrell, and he has posted this. BT Littrell, come find me, haha, like where's Waldo, join me on part of social media. So this is it. He's decided to start up a new account on a new social media app that has become very popular over the last week. In his bio here from Twitter, you can see husband, father, Backstreet Boy, Christian artist and believer. Now what's interesting to note about this is the same type of bio that is followed by an individual called Chris Pratt, who these individuals wanted to attack out of nowhere recently. Very interesting to see that, isn't it? So an awful lot of these individuals will promote diversity and inclusion, except for if you have a diversity in the way you think, these individuals all absolutely freak out. And what you're going to see here below is individuals that are absolutely and positively freaking out because they realize now that if people go to a different app, then these people hold no power whatsoever. You've seen this app in particular, this one that we're on currently, have a very adverse effect on what's been going on in terms of an awful lot of users have just deleted their profiles, have walked away completely and will never return to it ever again. And what's going to happen is here now, this is going to shrink and you're going to have an awful lot of people now that felt powerful being able to use this and make companies and individuals bend the knee to these people. And now it's not going to happen anymore because these individuals now will hold no power anywhere else. So let's take a look at some of the comments. Now in relation to this, by the way, don't forget, this is all he said. He hasn't said anything else. He's just said, I'm going to start up a social media on a different app. Suppose for him is probably thinking, well, I can promote myself somewhere else now, and that is the way people think like that. They're not thinking about any other sort of means and ways of things. They're thinking, well, I can actually go over here and I can gain a new follower, or someone else will come aboard, and I'm happy to do that because that's what it's all about. It's a business, but these people don't want people to make a living. They don't want them to earn, and then they want to attack them for where people go. Look at the attacks recently as well that were on voice actor James Arnold Taylor, who's been the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars, and various other voices of different characters. The attacks on him for having a parlor account was absolutely despicable, and the attacks that have happened to Brian Littrell have been absolutely disgusting and despicable also. Let's have a look at some of the comments. So we have the first comment here, and it says, I can't believe I've been supporting a Yahtzee for half my life. This is a disgusting, horrible statement to make, and if I was Brian, I'd be seriously looking into this statement in terms of maybe legal repercussions, in terms of this is slanderous, this is libel, and this is completely and utterly wrong. That is absolutely a disgraceful comment, and this is what I'm talking about in terms of people feel emboldened on this app to make comments like this. But yet when Kathy Griffin, or when you have individuals, for example, like Mark Hamill, various other individuals like Mark Ruffalo as well, and these type of people that are making wild, out there, inflammatory, incendiary statements, like of Sean Penn, for example. Check out some of the tweets on his account. They're unbelievable stuff, and nothing is being done about them. This is incredible. I can't believe that this comment is there. But this is why people are deciding to move somewhere else, because they're tired of this. They're tired of this nonsense. They're tired of these people acting like this. It's absolutely woeful. And I would doubt that this individual ever supported Backstreet Boys ever in their life, because these people all like to pretend, they like to be like the wolf in sheep's clothing, but they've been figured out. These people are very much so cowards. We all sat there and took it when you literally couldn't sing for the last decade and still paid big bucks to hear you warble out songs, but that's the end. That's a weird statement to make. If you didn't think that the performance was up to scratch, why are you paying to go and see it? So someone has a different view to you and that's what's going to stop you from paying. What a moron. For the past couple of years, I've honestly felt like Brian has been looking for a way out of BSB because of his vocal issues. I think he's found it. So, cancel culture, that's essentially what you want to do here. Guess y'all were never fans. AJ posted earlier, and I didn't go bashing him. The division is pathetic. Now, what she's talking about is that AJ has supported a certain individual, and she's like, yeah, that's fine. That's no problem. I didn't bash him. That's fair enough. He can do what he wants. And I mean, that's a rational individual with a very rational way of thinking about things. Not like these individuals. Now would be a good time to have 4 guys in the band, except this time the right cousin would be out. This is, I mean, some of the absolute vitriol from some of these people is absolutely shocking, and this is only over starting a new social media app. I'm so sorry so many of your fans are brainwashed by the media. I will join Powder soon and find you. You were a great person, so don't let them make you feel you aren't. Now you have this comment here. We're all about to show you the meaning of being lonely. Now, I highly doubt that this guy is a supporter of BSB. Maybe he just decided to join in and just try to be funny. And then you have comments then in relation to this then. The fact that your reply has more likes than Brian's tweet should speak volumes. Well, in response to that, an awful lot of people have deleted their profiles on this particular social media app, and they're not going to come back. So I mean, he's just going to move over onto another app, and that's really going to be it. He's not going to care. He's still going to earn millions, and he's still going to have a lot of adoring fans. So he's probably not bothered whatsoever. Selling my DNA tour tickets now and donating the money to BLM. I mean, that in itself is an unbelievable statement, you know. All because he's decided to join a new app, but she hasn't been looking at what's been up to in the last year or so with this group. If you support this absurdity, I can't support you. Love the other guys, but as an immigrant woman, I feel personally attacked and disrespected. Boy, I am mad. I believed your fake goodbye thing for so long. Weird comment. Very strange. I'm about to do the same. After 25 years and watching his wife indoctrinate him, I just can't let it slide anymore. You'd see an awful lot of comments there relating to his wife as well too, and an awful lot of it as well too from female individuals. So you're starting to see people as well too that will all preach that they are all for women and stuff like that, but then they're very much so interested in tearing another woman down that's successful and that has had a successful life. That's interesting, isn't it? But interesting to say that they want to talk about this type of nonsense in terms of indoctrinating. Who are you kidding? So you have this comment here. She says, your huge heart and compassion were the main things that made you my favourite BSB for 20 plus years. Seeing you align yourself with a platform known for all of this is so disappointing. Now that is an incredible statement. I mean, really is just incredible in terms of what people will buy into. But you're seeing a lot of people here with lukewarm IQs. Y'all thought he wasn't supportive because he's been quiet. If his wife, say again, has been on non-stop tantrums about this whole thing, what makes y'all think he wasn't part of it? I'm sure there's tons of issues right now with the group. They've been politically divided for a while. This is unbelievable stuff, and like I said again, another attack on his wife, because these people are all for yes queen and all that, until they decide then it's the time for them to say, well, I'm going to take a slap at you. I just decided to chime in and I said, excellent Brian, you're showing them what you're made of. Gladly we'll be following you there. The people that are criticising aren't fans and show exactly why this is a good move. Bravo. You have this other comment here as well that says, how are you and Kevin related? How? Please leave the band. Do us all a favour. The insanity which you are saying here is absolutely unbelievable. You have this type of nonsense as well too. You have people that have been buying into everything that's going on in the media at the moment. It's unbelievable. Kisses from Argentina, we miss you. So fair play to the individual there from Argentina. Fair deals to you. You've got comments then like this that says NSYNC was better. So these are comments that are meant to insult and try make this person feel bad, but I don't think he will whatsoever. And he shouldn't, because he's decided to set up a social media app somewhere else, and this really proves why. Because why would you be dealing with some of these individuals? Why would you be towing the line for some of these individuals? Doesn't make sense whatsoever. You need to stop with these postings. BSB fans who supported you for so long, from what I've seen, are feeling very hurt by your post now. And now I think you're starting to lose. It's LOSE, lose BSB fans as a result. I don't think they will. I think they'll gain plenty. Keep your political views quietly to yourself. Hope you're proud of yourself. Now, he didn't say anything about his politics one way or the other. And it's interesting how this app has suddenly become political, isn't it? Because these people all think, these SJWs all think in this hive mind way of things, and they believe what's been fed to them, rather than critically thinking and looking at things and saying, well, maybe someone has decided as a business person to go somewhere else and spread their wings on a different app so that they will gain a following there and people will buy their stuff. These people don't understand business, they do not understand economics, and it really does show from an awful lot of the comments that you are saying here. He doesn't give an ish. He's probably laughing reading the responses. He doesn't need his fans anymore and doesn't give an ish about them anyways. He's laughing all the way to the bank. Absolutely. Which is very, very funny. So some of the crying as well there has been brilliant. F now, F. Been a fan for years, but this is beyond disappointing. To see you support those, I'm not even going through that. That's an absolute spoof, that is, to be honest. I'm not even reading that, not even giving that credence. I've been a fan for almost 28 years of my life. As a Latin fan, I find this very disrespectful and disgusting. We've got your back since day one. Your voice was gone. You don't deserve us. You never did. For what? For joining a different social media app? Again, like, I mean, where's the consistency with these people? Where's the consistency? It's all hypocrisy. Yeah, that's enough for me. Platforms that allow the planning of all of this nonsense, which is a spoof as well too. It's just a place that I don't want to spend my time on. I've never heard of parlor, but I'm guessing from the comments that is not a good thing. So this is a perfect comment in terms of people now starting to buy into a narrative. Look at the amount of comments underneath it. You'll have an awful lot of individuals that will be calling underneath it saying, oh yeah, it's the worst ever, you shouldn't go there, these people are this, these people are that. Instead of people actually going over and having a look and checking it out and saying, well, is this what people make it out to be? Or is this actually all right? Is this okay? Is this good? So some of the behaviour from these people is really, really sad to say. And I mean, they're all happy for politics to say out of things when it suits them. But when you have individuals like Mark Hamill, you have individuals like Pedro Pascal, Don Cheadle, various other individuals like Sean Penn, Kathy Griffin, they're all able to stand up and say what they want. But when someone that they don't agree with, no, you shut up and you sit down, you can't have your view. Interesting stuff, isn't it? BSB, Italian Perfect fans, politics should stay out, but unfortunately it is not. You never talked about politics, but you tactically did by subscribing to this social network, which, from what I have read, I've always been close to you and the BSB, and I'm so sorry about this situation. I mean, who are you reading that from? I mean, this is the interesting part about that. Who's telling you that? I've been a fan for 24 years and I've always adored you. Somehow we put up with you supporting the Orange Man, but this is where I draw the line. I don't even have the words. I don't tolerate. And the funny thing about that word is, that word in itself is essentially what these people are doing. That's the lack of thinking about this. It's interesting. Delete this. You're supporting this by doing this and not having real conversations with your wife and other people like your cousin Kevin who can enlighten you. Very sad stuff, but this is what you're seeing now. You're seeing people with this hive mind, this agenda that are deciding now to say this type of things to this guy, all because he decided to join a different app that they aren't on and that they've read about, in quotes, read about from other individuals that have decided to talk an absolute amount of nonsense about that other app. And I think what you're seeing now is people saying, and they're going to be able to point out videos like this and comments like this and be able to say, yeah, to see the way you people were treating me like that. Yeah, that's why I went over there, because I've no interest in listening to you people go on the way you're going on, and I've no interest in the abuse that I'm going to receive. And I think it's right to do so, and I think anybody that is free to do so. And what's interesting is here now they're trying to stop his freedom and his freedom of choice and his freedom of expression. This is something that people in America are very big on. They're big on freedom of speech, but yet then they want to be hypocritical about it and say, well, you can't think like this and you can't do this and you can't say that, all because he's decided to join a different social media app. Very interesting to see. Anyway, I hope this video was enlightening. I hope you liked this video. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, check out that Patreon link down below, and I'll talk to you later. Good luck.